Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We are back today. Y'all know what it is. We are back to talk Downton Abbey, season 1, the finale, episode 7. Come in, let us know how y'all are doing. We appreciate your patience. Apologies for my tardiness. It was all my fault, child, today. But we are here nonetheless, and we are ready to get into it. Danny, I see you here already. I see you here already. Cora and that poor people's bath she was taking, just rubbing the soap on her body and dropping it. I said, you too grown to be playing around in the tub like that, Cora. Listen, that a way of doing things, a way of doing things. Hey, Pink Moon Kitty, what's going on? What's going on? Hope everyone is having an amazing day. We're going to get right into it. And thank you again, Tyra, for making the slides, honey, because work be working and all the other things. Let's start right over here. We are now, I think, in June 1914. Tyra, overall thoughts of season 1's finale episode?
Girl, did they think that they weren't getting another season?
We didn't
It's
know. Public broadcasting, Masterpiece Theater, honey. We didn't know.
because like we had that jump um when Sybil called herself trying to be outside that episode, and now when we get here, it feels like we jumped some more and we're meeting like don't just put an auntie in my face. I don't know her. But I do think that they put a nice little bow if there was an aspect of them not getting renewed for anything. I just feel like like we were missing like a 10 episode season, honestly, or at least 8. If they want to be cute, at least 8. But just I'm not mad at this. This was still very good. We covered a whole lot of groundwork in this episode, and most importantly, it left me going, okay, let me go on tiptoe and watch season 2.
I think that's the only thing we can really ask for these shows is like, just make me want more of it. And Downton did an amazing job of that, even with this episode, honey. I don't know how we got over here. I don't know how we get a pregnant Cora over here. I don't know how we got dropping soap. I don't know how we got fights in the middle of, the servants' quarters. And I really don't know how um we over here body slamming people, but I'm here for it. It was a good episode, again, consistent throughout. But let's get in over into the events of the episode in no particular order. They don't stop. Again, they're relentless. O'Brien and your boy are going to come and do everything that they can do to try to destroy Bates. It's up and it's stuck apparently forever and ever and ever. O'Brien done wrote to somebody and found out that this man was in fact convicted, a convicted thief. But there's more than meets the eye, Tyra. London and back for my man, because Anna's not having it. Just to tell you, Anna ain't having it. Kick down the door and smack your chick, because she's going to meet his mama. She going to the commanding officer to vindicate her man.
Girl, lady, she is committed. I will give her that. Like, I already knew once she got the opportunity, it was like, yeah, we're gonna send you to London also. I was like, oh, it's up and it's stuck. I already know what she's gonna make sure she does when she gets over there. She is fighting for Mr. Bates. Like, I mean, I love it, but also I don't feel like he's given her enough for this. Like, every effort on whether or not they go beyond Mr. and Mrs. and we're just in our little servants quarters, and no, it's all on her. Mr. Bates, he has tried at every single end to stop something, juke something. Well, even here when she's like, well, I'm gonna go, are you gonna miss me? Are you gonna think about me? He's like, well, try not to miss me. It's probably for the best. You can tell that he's been through some stuff, but it's like, give her a little bit, give her something to go off of. I feel like she's doing everything, and if it's all of that, I want you to fight for me just as much as I'm fighting for you. Like, I haven't seen him go to bat for her, and I do understand he's a man of a certain era, and he's been through some stuff, and he's low key giving, girl, you don't want none of this. You want these problems. Clearly, she does want these problems. I need him to give a little bit because we went all the way down to London. We went down to go to some registry to see, well, when was the last time, and this and the soldier, and this led me to his mom and his ex-wife, and now we get the real. Now, of course, this is coming with a bunch of shame because he's ashamed, and it's only so
Mhm.
much that he's willing to share. But she has proven time and time again, I don't care. Just let that lady have you and stop playing with us.
Bates is in his quiet stoicism. I'm not going to go. I don't want to mess up your life, Anna. I'm not the man you think I am. And Anna said, F all that. I sees you. I wants you. I'm going to have you. And that's just at the end of it. I was like, girl, you are really doing a ton of work over here, sister. You are over here knocking on doors, making inquiries all about him because it can't be true. And I guess what we discover out of all of that is that while he did confess to this crime, it's not very clear that he done stolen people's silver. It's not really clear still after all this. And of course, it goes in to the fact that, my man is a good man. Will Bates give Anna what she needs? I'm sure we will see that in later seasons. Now let's get over here with Edith and Lady Mary, sluts and payback. Now, I need to know from you, and you guys, everybody in the chat, are y'all mad at Edith? Because we never saw Edith mail the letter. We saw her write it to the Turkish embassy, but we never saw her mail it. In this episode, we find out that she did in fact mail the letter over to them people, and that's why Mary's name is Mud even more so now. We get a visit from Evelyn Napier this episode, who is basically like, I just want to clear the air. I know you think I had something to do with telling the people what happened to the Turkish lord and all that. It was not me. Come to find out it was your sister. Mary's proclaimed. She cannot believe Edith had the guts and the gall to do this. So now it's up and it's stuck, Edith. Are you sure you want to play this big girl game? Because I can play it better. Tyra, sluts and payback.
Girl. Why she ruined this for us? We were almost there. We were almost there. But you know what, baby? That wasn't the man for you, because just as easily as he gave up on his little proposal, he didn't want you that bad. You were second choice anyway, and we trying to be first. I don't know what to do with Mary. I know that she's upset, and that man, that good man Savannah, that came all the way down to say it wasn't me. It was Edith. It wasn't me. It was your sister. Good man, good man. Whoever, happy life, happy wife. He gonna find somebody. I like that man. He don't need to be married. But I was really shook, because when he came down and he was like, oh yeah, that marriage isn't happening. I was like, oh my God, are you here for Mary? I was like, oh, okay, good. You're not here for that. But I mean, Mary still doesn't have like all the cards in her hand. I mean, I don't think she wants to yell this information from the mountaintop, like, right? Edith could blast you even further. Like, there could be a tit for tat moment. She just did this, like, there won't be any retaliation. And I can't just say that that's going to be sure, because maybe Edith thought that this was her moment. And as drab as Mary is this episode, and what am I going to do? And oh, Matthew, and oh, you still made time for this. You still remembered. I still got to get you. Like, I don't know. I feel really sorry for Edith. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. Even with where we started in the episode, and Mom was like, oh my God, Sybil, you were so incredible in London. You did so well. She's like, Mom, you never say anything like that
What
to me.
about me?
She's like, well, come on up the stairs. Edith, you're fine. I'm like, Edith is just the odd girl out. So I'm not even just upset, because y'all put this disposition on her shoulders. And then when she acts out, it's like, man, but I don't think that this is going to end here, because I think it's going to get bad. And I hate to see that for their sisterhood, but I wanted maybe Mary to feel like, well, you know what, why would you go and do a thing like that? And for there to be a conversation, it was like, no, we're just going to get into this payback, because don't you dare try it. I'm still married.
Yeah. It's F you. Yeah, be careful how you answer, Edith, because you're not going to have a chance to answer that man, because I'm going to ruin it, because all I have to do is wink in somebody's direction. But I do like how, the revenge you plan for somebody else sometimes ends up being the thing that sinks you as well. And I think we see that on both Edith's side and Mary's side. For all of this, Mary, you still ended up crying at the garden party. So, I mean, did you really win at the end of the day? Back over here with Miss Patmore, child. Miss Patmore, they arrange for her to go live with Auntie Rosamond. What's her name, y'all? Rosalind. What's the auntie's name? They make her go live over there so she can have her surgery, to remove her cataracts or whatever's going on with her eyes, and it's a mess. She done put Daisy on a dummy mission to mess up this other lady's food. Make sure they miss me, Daisy. Daisy, make sure they miss me. You know Daisy don't do nothing right. She done poisoned the wrong or messed up the wrong food. The people upstairs love the food. They got the bad food that they have to eat downstairs. But the new cook understands and, kind of embraces Daisy. This was kind of just like a fun side mission, I guess. We wanted to find out what was going to happen with Miss Patmore, and now we know she got her surgery. Tyra, make sure they miss me.
Girl, Miss Patmore was working my nerves. Like, ma'am. I was like, baby, you act like they could have took you out back behind the Abbey and gave you that old yeller treatment. They didn't. They cared enough to go make sure you got your surgery. Now, this whole make sure they miss me, the little downstairs quarters, like they're so conniving and sneaky. I do not decide for that other cook, maid, whatever. Keep her around. I like the cut of her jib. Keep her around.
Yeah.
What y'all not gonna do is play around with me. I know what the hell is going on here. I was like, she said this ain't my first rodeo. I was like, I like her. She got some chutzpah. Look at your little dollar for Daisy. You're done. Okay, you're done. You don't have any more room to be a sponge, soaking up whatever somebody sells and tells your way. You want me to do what? Huh? Yeah. It's very so. If they all jumped off a bridge, you're gonna do it too. Like Daisy, please. I don't know. Daisy just. Daisy is just. I don't know. I'm glad that she seems to be waking up in her own way this episode, but like the other cook said, there's things worse than loyalty. Like, I'm not even mad, but I don't want this to get her into something that she can't get out of because she's so easily to just coincide with whatever and just go yes. Because I thought it was just mostly like, okay, she likes Tom and she has this crush, but you get it over here with her and she treats you like trash.
Yeah.
All she does is shout at you, berate you. She never has anything good to say, but she was so quickly to do what she wanted. I thought it was very entertaining that she was caught in it and we ended up tasting that disgusting food. But hopefully this is the last time that she decides to be stupid. I'm gonna need Ray Charles to do better back there, baby. Don't nobody want your job. Nobody want this little job.
Girl, let me secure it and let me use Daisy to do it. Daisy is so malleable. I do hope we see growth in her because she acted so nasty. You could see this episode was her making amends. She has a conversation with the second footman and is like, I'm so sorry. I just wasn't myself. We're friends forever. He said you were under an evil spell. Yeah, it was more than a spell. Daisy's a dingbat, and I want more for her. And hopefully we get to see more from her. Now we get over here, y'all. Tyra pregnant. Are you sure? At this big, gigantic... You ain't had a baby in 18 years. What we do different this time? Because how you pregnant, miss?
He said, girl, I give you that same lazy D side booty you give me that side booty every night. How you get pregnant off of that? We do that same stroke and we go to bed and blow out the candle. Are you sure you're pregnant?
Are you sure?
It was like, have you not gone through the change? It was like, yeah, we have. Who knew that they were getting it in this often? I was like, what?
On the regular.
I just knew y'all were going to bed. I knew y'all were going to bed. No, we've been getting it in enough to just pop up pregnant. I do like that there was still like excitement because it's not, known. But of course, we always wanted an heir, a male heir. So the prospect that there could be a baby and it could be a boy, I think it was, something really positive. And I was happy for him and Cora when I thought that it's going to end differently. But, unfortunately, we got what we did. But it was nice to dream while we could have, but I just love that he was like, are you sure? My son?
This was like, you're so old. Like, madam, how are you? We ain't had a baby in 18 years. Like you said, I ain't changed nothing. It's the same situation. But alas, they're going to have a baby, and hopefully it's son, because now that quenches all of our heirship issues. So in a way, this is a blessing in disguise and puts some other things in motion. While all that's going on, damn Sybil is still up to her shenanigans, because the same man who's installing the phone line apparently is the same one who's got a secretarial job that's open. So why not me go on and bring Merida, aka you know nothing, Jon Snow, up here and set up this interview, and let's get it done now. We get her a new job, and Branson's right there. Tyra, talk to me. New jobs and broken hearts.
I'm looking at Pink Moon Kitty. He was like, "Oh no, I don't need to know anything. I know all I need to know about the woman's menstrual parts. I don't want to hear anything about that." Sybil is relentless, but in the best way. She was like, "Huh? Say what? Who got a job? Who need receptionist? What secretary? Let me. I know just the person. Like she is more dedicated than nothing Jon Snow because she's so ready to give up. I didn't know this entire time she's been leaving the fact that she's a lady's maid or whatever. She's been leaving that off, so she's just applying with no experience. But I could understand how she would think it would be a disadvantage. Nobody would want to hire me if they knew. But I was pleasantly surprised that that man's like, girl, I don't care about that. Baby, my mama was a maid. It's an honorable job. That means you're dedicated. You're used to hard labor and long hours. I just like how dedicated Sybil is. This was nice. It was nice to be vindicated because I thought that we had wrapped this storyline up and we weren't really just gonna embark on it anymore. No, she actually got her job and she didn't give up. And when she told Daddy, yeah, you can't go in that library, she's being interviewed.
Yeah.
So I can't go in my own library because our maid is being interviewed for another job. Oh, okay, fine. He's just like, ugh, Sybil, you get on my nerves, but I'm not gonna ruin this for you. I know how important it is. Hey, this man here, this spokesman, I think it was a he's warning of okay, it's real cute now, but don't lose your job and get a broken heart. You can't get both. It's like what? What do you mean? Like we know what it is. We know that you're crushing on Sybil. There could be something innocent here, but in the long run, do you really think that you two are viable options for each other? And she's gonna take you seriously, and vice versa. Don't lose your job and get your heart broken because baby, if Daddy find out, you really ain't gonna have no job. We tried to fire you when she had a little slip and fall on the cobblestone. No.
Try to. Baby, Miss Hughes was like, don't do it, lad. I see you. I see what's happening here. This is not going to end well for you. So operate at your own risk. And it's not. Branson is just filled, with what he can't help, I guess, at this point. Sybil is an enigma. She's one of a kind, especially over here. And I mean, with a war imminent, Lord, Sybil, just stay home, little Sybil. You did your job this time. Just take a break, take a vacation, Sybil. That's what I need you to do. Carson, again, we are struck with technology, and are we gonna embrace it? Or are we going to look at it like, the plague at this point? And Carson doesn't know what to do. He's playing on the phones and, talking. She's like, why are you yelling at me? I'm not yelling at you. I'm just talking. It's very interesting to see how people are adapting to this new technology. Tyra, talk to me about, oh my, 2 new phones. What are we
Girl,
going to do?
hello, this is Carson. I'm practicing my phone voice. What are you doing? So you're yelling. I'm not yelling. Like, oh, I love this so much. These are the things that the modern person, but we are not thinking about the first of anything. It's just like, what? The idea of having 2 phones is just absurd at this point. And I love the dignity here of, well, of course I know how to use it. I don't want to do it right now. I'll show you later. But this is interesting. I love the way that they react versus Carson or maybe Violet. Violet's like, oh, I feel like I'm in a novel. This is you taking. What's next? 2 swivel chairs in the house. This is all too much. This is all too much. I love it. If it's not a swivel chair and it's not a typewriter, it's a goddamn phone. Y'all just taking us too fast with these new inventions.
Lord have mercy. It is. And I think it's cute. I mean, we're moving into a new era slowly but surely, and it's really really interesting to see them kind of have to adapt to that. Now, Mary's been away. We find out that Matthew has been on the hook this entire time. She's been away for at least a month, and told him, I'll give you my decision when I get back. And so she's talking to her single auntie in the city, who's giving her advice. Of course, Mother Dowager is giving her a set of advice. Cora is giving her advice. Tyra, talk to me about Mary's decision to make Matthew wait.
She don't want Matthew. I don't know why we're doing this. We do not get a lot of comments for Abby like later, but I got a couple. It's like, I believe Mary. I have faith in Mary. I feel like Mary is really genuine in the way that she's trying to pursue or act with Matthew. I don't believe Mary. I don't. I don't, because it's not like she just got here or when she, shared a lover. I took a lover. This was always that. It's it's something really disingenuous about Mary, and it's like if you really wanted to be with him, then it wouldn't matter. If you really loved him the way that you said you did a couple of episodes ago, this shouldn't matter. We're just gonna do this because I believe in him and our union. No, all of this waiting, and I could lend it to the I took a lover, and it's, I mean, at least give him the chance to decide that on his own and be truthful about what happened. We haven't even done that. We're just expecting him to wait. Girl, who are you? Why do I have to wait on you, Mary? I don't want to. And then at the aspect of him not waiting, walking away, making a different decision, looking slide eyed at Sybil, then we want to like move hastily and make some decisions. Like, no, time is not going to wait for you. I don't think she wants to marry anybody. Now, if she just wanted to be romantically linked to Matthew and have a good time, and if it was just like courting and dating for a while, I think
Mhm.
she could do that. I don't think she wants to marry anybody, whether it's Matthew or anyone else.
Yeah, and I mean, you said that earlier in the season as well, that it never gave I want to be married at all. Like, I know what I need to do on paper and what the family wants me to do, but is that something I really want to do? We find out earlier in the season as well that Mary kind of admires this aunt. She has everything. She's got money and she don't have to deal with a man. Like, she's got it made. She's living in London by herself, living her best life. But yeah, Mary's a plaything. She deserved to cry them tears at the garden party, in my opinion, because who was you playing with? I have options. I'm a man of means here. Now we get over here, and this is a bit out of order. I don't know how I uploaded these, but we find out that our second footman's mother passed away. We knew that was happening at the end of last episode, and he's kind of just gotten back. And Barrow, of course, has something to say about it as he's talking about the events of what happened with Cora and the baby. The footman, is like, is nothing sacred to you? Do you not care or respect anything, like, or anyone? No, he's like, and this is coming from somebody who just lost their mama or whatever. And oh boy, flashed on him. And I said, beat him up some more. He deserves every inch of this whooping. I wanted more of it. And the way that Carson was like, break it up while he was standing 50 feet back. Carson, please. Branson finally has to jump in and pull William off of Barrow. Tyra, what you say about my mama? What did you think about this situation?
Because what did you, boy? Like, oh, you think it's sweet? Let me show you something. Who hurt you, Thomas? What is the story? What is the backstory? I need to know. Like, is O'Brien really your mama and she abandoned you and we don't know? We're not the wiser. Let us know. Like, how did you get here? Why are you so angry at the world? Like, we keep having that talk with Miss O'Brien, and he's like, well, I don't want to be a footman. I don't want to be here forever, period. I may need to start planning and looking for a different ambition. But this cold hearted like comments, like, I expect nothing from him, but we just lost a whole baby here. The house is in mourning, everybody's sharing, and then you want to go over here about my mama? Earned ass whooping. I wanted him to go a little longer. I wanted to see them hard sole shoes stomp him in the gut just once. So we didn't go there. I appreciated this. I enjoyed it. I ran it back once. Daisy, Daisy, go away from me. Go away from me. All of a sudden, I get a little rough, get a little edge on me. You know what? Did I
Now,
tell you how sorry I was? I'm really sorry for everything I've ever done. Have you been sorry, or are you just sorry right now? Because you said that you were sorry, and then you did some, underhanded stuff already with the cook, and now we get here and we're still sorry. But we're only sorry to me after she saw some qualities. Like, Daisy is toxic. Stay far away. I hope this man don't give her the time of day, and he meets a nice innocent girl, nice good clean girls.
good
Nice
clean
girl,
girl. I mean, at the church. Yeah,
girl,
good clean
church
girl.
girl, good clean girl. Because Daisy is a problem. This was so toxic to me for her to apologize after she sees him. Like, who, like, oh my god,
I
I
liked
felt
it.
hot. Did I ever tell you how sorry I was about everything I did and said to you? I was, I was slip and write it off. You were under some evil spell. No, no, because she could be under it just as quick. Leave her where she is. If ever, anytime you want to sock Thomas in the face, please do that.
Should be my guest. Be my guest. Let's do it more often. That was a good time. But yeah, Daisy's a doozy. We're over here and we see Bates and Mosley speculating. But are they? Is she spoken for, Tyra? Is she spoken for?
You better come on. I mean, I would love for Bates to. Okay, this is how we do it. I don't know what's gonna happen season two, but we just have her go on a cute little date. I need you to know that I don't have to be here. Okay, Mr. Bates, I don't have to wait around for you to realize I'm that one. Okay, I need a little jealousy. I need this cane to slip a little bit. Like, oh my God, where you? I've never seen you look like this. Where are you going tonight? Well, he asked me out, on the day. I need that. Like, I'm being noticed about, how great I am as a woman and a person. It's like, it's something about her. I wonder if she's spoken for. It's like, well, why are you standing here talking about yourself and describing yourself when you could be over there with your woman, the future Mrs. Bates? If you study long, you can study wrong, and she will. She's not, because she's devoted as hell. We would all, being a whole investigator down in London. So I know she isn't, but I would like for her to play with him a little bit to let him know, like, you're not the only one vying, for these fine qualities.
No, you're not. There's a waiting list apparently, because Mosley said, "Listen, I got something for over here. I got something for Anna over here." Now let's go to the happenings of the happenings, honey. Because O'Brien, I told y'all Armstrong don't have nothing on O'Brien. The level of deviancy that is present, and jealousy and bitterness and hatred that is in O'Brien is unmatched, I think, by anyone else in the Julian Fellowes universe up to this point. Replacements and regret. O'Brien is under the impression that Cora is looking to fill her, ladies' maid role, when in fact she's actually looking to hire someone for the Dowager. And so, with that being said, O'Brien says, "This is my prime opportunity, ho. You want to fire me and put an ad out in the paper. So I'ma just make you take out your baby, your unborn baby. And you might break your neck too, and that's okay. Cause the soap broke. You dropped the soap, hoe. And I'm gonna leave half of it is under the sink or under the tub, but no, let me move it out. So when you step out, you fall on it." O'Brien is a wicked, wicked cow. I don't know when her coven meets on the 14th night of the new moon, but she is evil. Tyra, were you expecting O'Brien to go to these and then to have a change of heart? O'Brien, this isn't you. Yes, it is, ho. This is exactly who you are. And just as according to plan, Cora miscarries.
I
Tyra,
honestly didn't know. I was delayed. I was like, why is she leaving that other half of the bar soap on the floor? I swear I did not see that coming.
I knew that's prime time cartoon and slapstick back in the day.
Soap though, you strategically all that this extra large ass room. You just happened to step on that bar of soap, and you fell how to lose this. What if she was 4 months along? How did you fall?
Girl,
We
fell
didn't take
hard.
the tumble down the evening steps, my dear.
It don't take much. I'm sure that was a fragile pregnancy she was carrying. Cora got to be 50 at this point. Come on.
I did not. And when it happened, I was like, okay, well, it's gonna just be a scare, and she might be a little, hurt, a little banged up, but she's not gonna lose. I did not expect her to lose this baby. I was like, what? We just got this baby. I was like calculating stuff in my mind, how things are going to be interesting in the following season, because now we do have a new heir and it's a boy, and see how things play. Sybil's not the baby anymore. And I see, how Daddy and Cora, like how they're reacting and interacting as older parents. I had stuff planned. What you mean you fell on the bar of soap, ma'am? Girl, O'Brien is just oh God. Girl, y'all not smart. They're so not smart. It's just devastating how dumb they are. We already have Thomas over there. Whatever. He just has that vendetta for Mr. Bates, and we're trying to maybe tell us something we don't know. We already know your character. I'm really sick of them entertaining them, and we know they're trash. I don't care what information they bring. Get out of my face. I wanted somebody to tell them where to go so badly this episode. But that's not Carson's style. He just rather say it, without saying it, and slowly get them out of the house in the most respectful, honorable way. No! I will lay hands on you, Miss O'Brien. Girl, you came in here for this over something that we weren't even planning. Girl, we weren't talking about you. Baby, Violet, and her being upset that her maid is going on to get married and live her life. She's like, oh, it was given. I've always been kind to you, Collins. I was like, ma'am, Violet, that lady can leave you, Violet. She is not indebted to work here for the rest of her life. This is not slavery. I've always been kind to her. I've always,
No,
and then
I treat my blacks good. I treat them good over
for the
here.
most part, Violet very much, if you want to come work for me and be my maid, I said, hell no, Violet, I don't. Like, oh, God, now we got to find a nice maid, hopefully a French one. But you think somebody's plotting and waiting to replace you. No, and then all of these things are a domino effect because we're only discussing you in adjacent to Mr. Bates and the conniving, underhanded crap that you guys are doing there. Maybe you do need to go because you're causing too much riffraff. But for whatever reason, Cora would never let you go because she is loyal to you in that way. I'm sure this is not your first time being this sour muppet. This is how you've been, but you've not been that to Cora, so she sees you in a different way. Like, long as she's nice to me, I don't care. But you let this lady pull the slip and fall in the stove, and they wanted to contemplate, oh, this isn't me. Let me go in there. Oh, Cora, no. Wait for me. I'm coming to help you out of the tub. It's like, oh. I was like, Cora, get your ass up.
And the way that Cora was luxuriating in that bath, she wasn't getting up anytime
That's what I'm
soon.
saying. Why does she get out?
She was, let me rub this arm again. Oh, let me take I said, girl, that's the most leisurely hoe bath I've ever seen because you don't have a washcloth in there at all. But I'm not going to get into the washcloths of it all. I'm not. But yeah, O'Brien was on delayed response. You didn't want to say that, lady, talking about this isn't you. This isn't you.
Wait. And then you have all this regret later in the episode because, oh, she wasn't trying to replace me. Oh, now I really feel bad. No, this is who you are. What makes this any different than all of the other master plans that you've had before? You're not a good person, O'Brien, so let's not pretend right now just because Cora lost the baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting where you have these moral conundrums where you're really faced with it all by yourself. So you are the judge, jury, executioner of your own fate, if you will, because the upstairs people just be slow as box of rocks, dingy. The servants couldn't possibly pull a stunt like this. Well, why? Are they smart enough to? Like, they don't even view them, I don't think, as people. So it's not even registered in Cora's mind that O'Brien would do something like this, even though O'Brien's character, in my opinion, has been revealed several times, at least just in season 1. But the idea that someone would do this, and so now O'Brien has to deal with it. Oh, she wasn't trying to do this. Oh, she wasn't this. Oh, this wasn't that. And now, O'Brien, what are you going to do to make up for that? Is there anything you can do to make up for it? No. You're
You did disappear, jump off a bridge.
She could do that, but we know she's too evil to go. I'm nobody's puppet, Mary. And Mary's crocodile tears at the garden party. Talk to me about Matthew's response, because no, I'm not. I got to put me first, Lucius. I got to put me first. I can't wait around for you, Mary. Your valley of indecision is not the place where I want to live. I don't know what you gonna do, ho. And now her prospects looking real slim. Tyra, talk to me.
I mean, we already didn't have any. This was the best. Like Violet said, now you've gone and ruined the only prospect she ever had. She won't have any more. She's not clean anymore. She took a lover. Nobody's going to want Mary. Her name was loyal to the city. It's like, well, let me go and be. She just doesn't. She wants Matthew, but not in that way. And she doesn't know how to express why she doesn't want to be married or the type of woman that she is, or even, her taking a lover. She's not being completely honest. So it looks very shallow. It looks like you want me to just be on your time. And every single ounce of Mary's behavior from this episode all the way to the first gives everything revolves around me on my time. So you're just going to wait. I'm not going to do that. I need Matthew to stand on business. I don't know if I believe him. I'll believe him when I see the woman, when I see the wife, see the new whatever lover you've taken. Matthew talks a good game. I think he's been patient enough though. So much time has went by, and Mary has only given so much because she's been wrapped up in her own thing. I did not, of course, feel sorry for her, left here holding her face in her hands in these tears. But I thought that it was a very sincere, kind moment for Carson to come through and give her a little, like girls like you, girls like me bounce back and I'll be okay. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Bring it in, Mary. I'm always here. That was very kind of him to do. But I'm glad that he is thinking about himself.
Yeah, he got to put him first. At this point, it's ridiculous. Waiting around for Mary, Bert, baby, he'll be gray over there, still waiting for Mary to make up her mind and give an answer. And she's just the type to leave you on a string, hanging on a string. That's what she does. Easing on down the road, uh, you know, Isabel trying to get cute. Like, oh, I think Matthew's messing up Mary. I wanted her to be with him, heifer. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. This is not what you thought. The Dowager said, I thought Matthew was going to be a good match for my Mary. And, Isabel's like, I fear Matthew's doing the same thing Mary was doing before, and they're just missing each other. Two ships passing in the night. As a mother, though, I don't see why you would want your child with Mary, ever. Maybe she sees something in Mary we don't see, Tyra, but I really don't see it. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. What'd you think of the two biddies meeting of the minds again? I mean, I was like, are we going to walk arm in arm and skip through the
Girl,
parade? Because you're besties now.
we need more scenes with them. Every single scene with them is a riot to me. I really love their chemistry on screen. And for her to think like, oh, who would be the lowest of the lowest to talk Mary out of marrying my boy? I know it was Violet. I know it was that hoe. It's like, mother, it's an order. I don't want you in her face. Like, leave it alone. It's just like, she just had to. I like that she assumes and thinks the worst of her. She's like, actually, I would put that in your pipe and smoke it, Pepper. I thought that was, I fell out because Carson was there like, Carson was having a kiki off to the side, like, oh, the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. This was cute. I think this is just the beginning of whatever their bond becomes. Maybe they're gonna see each other through the dreary times. I see somebody crying by somebody's bedside when they're on their way out, going up to them heavenly gates. This is gonna run deep. I love them here and for each other, but uh, at last we did not get what we wanted, and I think she just wants Matthew to be happy, and he desires Mary, and she just wants that. I don't think she sees anything in Mary.
Mm, mm-mm. I do because I say it because Isabel, we see her on the front lines of all the political happenings, everybody in the village, and I think she likes the idea of a brazen woman like Mary that's charting her own path, making her own choices. There's like a reckless independence about Mary that I think Isabel could appreciate, but still, I would never want that for my son. I would never want that for my
I don't know, Danny. I could see that because when the prospect was there, and she was like, "Oh, they said we can keep the big house, huh? We can keep this house. Oh, isn't that nice? Maybe she doesn't want to leave that lap of luxury. So I like it here. I don't want to go back to them humble beginnings. I don't want to go back there. It's just like, Mom, you should see this, as a saving grace, us maybe getting back to where we actually belong. She did not look like she was in a hurry to leave at all. And she didn't look like she was going to be just content with her maid in that big house. And they're just going to be confined there out of the kindness of their heart. Like, no, I want that money.
Yeah, she likes it. And I mean, who wouldn't? Honestly, who wouldn't? I think Matthew's even come around to it. Loving I mean, being kept is better than not being kept. I'll set it right there. Like, I like it. Keep me. Now on to the last slide of the night. We know Tommy be stealing. And Mr. Mosley said, I'm telling. I'm telling. He in Carson's pocket going through the wallet. What are you looking for, Thomas? Cussing people out. So we discovered that he's already made arrangements. He's going to go into the Army Medical Corps. How you say it, Tyra? The Army Medical Corps?
The Army Corps.
The Army Corps. Um, and come to find out, we going to war, Thomas. So that's great. Put you on the front lines, Buki. But, of course, we had to bring this to Robert. And it's like, I don't like to get my hands dirty. I really don't want to fire him. We know he's a known liar and a known thief. We have to do something about him. But now that he's putting in his resignation, we don't have to have the unpleasantness. And so Carson's right on top of this. Thomas resigns, and now we get declaration of World War II. Europe is at war with Germany, or London is at war with Germany. Wherever they are, hell, is in war. Britain, I think, is at war with Germany. Going into World War II. Tyra, what was this? Why do we give a damn about unpleasantness?
Girl, because it's Carson. Like, I really wanted it to get muddy. I think they've tried and showed their hands far too many times this season to keep it cute. Like, they are Prime premier assholes. Like terrible. These are terrible individuals. And they have showed that they are willing to go all types of lengths to get what they want, which doesn't plan out anytime. Like you stealing my boy. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? I think it is savvy of Carson to have it painted as it's his own idea and this is him, calculating everything down to a T to where we can not only get rid of him, but hey, we don't even have to. We can keep cute. We don't even have to do all of that. I think sometimes we do have to do all of that because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Even if, it's a warning to not only him, but O'Brien or anybody else who might try it. Let's go. You will be, I told you consequences and repercussions. Where are the repercussions? Where
Bad.
are
World War I. My bad. I thought it was two, child. I'm thinking Germany. I'm thinking two. My bad. We are in 1914. World War I, Tyra. Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't even, I heard you say World War. I didn't hear one or two. Thank you so much, social studies class. This was great. This was great. You know what? I did want it to be. I wanted him to be an example to everybody else in the house who might try to get cute, but we did it in a cute way. So that leads me to believe that we're still going to try things and still trying to have get back because we want to keep it in house and not have people shown all outside. I guess I didn't get the mess I wanted, but I do like that Carson has the ability to be, a little underhanded, and I'm going to get rid of you. You don't know I am, but I'm doing it when you actually think you're doing something for yourself. Wartime and all this good stuff. World War One. I'm
You're
excited for
right.
it because everything here that's of vital importance in what we're focusing on, it's not going to matter in a minute. I think stuff is about to get heightened and real extra. I think fun's about to be about to. Oh, okay. I think things and times are going to change to where every single thing this season that was just of importance, things that we cared about, whether it was Mary and her virtue, these possessions, this, whatever, the manipulating and conniving. I think people are going to be close and come together, and people are going to be losing it because lifestyles are going to have to change.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Thomas going to chicken out because now a war has actually officially been declared? Because he got big plans until he don't. My thing is, I did want a public flogging. I can't lie. I wanted you to be aired out, publicly shamed and humiliated, a black mark on your record where you couldn't work for the next 6, 7 months. Like he needs to pay. I wanted retribution. But do you think he goes on to war, or do you think he finds a way to get out of it?
Sure, he's gonna find a way, just like Carson, to let him lead with his dignity. Like, yeah, we're gonna have you go and do it all dignified to where there isn't a scarlet anything on his name, and he can go maybe here or there or whatever. And things are gonna be different here. I don't know what the circumstances are gonna be, but we do know that there is a soft heart, and especially in this episode, I think we showed that we're not just willing to discard any type of role or just servitude or maid. Like they do have loyalty, even though Cora be acting a little wishy washy because I ain't like the comment she had made about, well, it's just the same that we have that silver thief. He got to go. Like you. About, oh, if only at least he can't walk anymore. He can't really just steal anything like that and get away with it that quickly because you got a limp. You're handicapped. So, ma'am, please get out of my face, Cora. But they do have a liking to their staff. So desperate times could be a desperate measure thing. I don't know what would happen for Thomas to weasel his way back into this house, but I don't see him going to war. I don't see that. He made it very clear. I think the way you thought you was going to walk up to this man and, yeah, I want to be a doctor too. Sir, what? not secretary and receptionist is one thing. I just want to be a doctor. And it was so easy. I was like, I should have saw that coming too. And I was like, what? So it's just like, yeah, come on down. There's some open positions where we're taking, and then you do that, and then what? You don't have to go to no school, no nothing, huh? No formal education. You just get to be a candy striper. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You're volunteering. Like we didn't ask or go through enough questions to reside in that way. But it don't matter now because we're going to war. He made it very clear he's not trying to be on anybody's front lines. So I think that I would love for him to go and be humbled and come back a different person. That would
Hmm.
be nice. That would be nice because you can everything. Like I would love for like the slate to be clean for us to meet a different Thomas. If he's not going, then he's gonna weasel his way back into that house because we sure not about to be watching Thomas on down across the way at somebody else's Abbey.
I mean, unless he finds somebody else to get at Cat too, he always trying to throw around the nation. I mean, what are you gonna do, Thomas? I was like, I hope you don't think the doctor want him because he thinks everybody wants him. But y'all, in a nutshell, that was the finale of season one. I see y'all in the chat asking if we're coming back next week for season two. Tyra, do you have any predictions, any final thoughts for Downton season one, and how do you feel about you know,
Season one has been great. It really left me longing to watch and start season two. I don't know if that's something we will continue to do here in this space. Um, Not on a weekly basis. We may shorten it and put it behind the paywall and then it be a members only thing. And that's just solely because it's not getting enough engagement in that way. Um, as far as who's showing up and supporting. Now, of course, this could have grown into something, but with the turns that we're going to be taking with the channels and the collaborations and things that we're going to try to be investing time to, it doesn't make sense to do that here weekly. But it is something that I think we can do maybe monthly or whatever. But whatever it is, it'll probably be members only.
yeah, yeah. So just so you know, but Tyra, anything else you want to let the people know about for this week? Anything exciting coming to your channel you want to let the people know about?
No, but most definitely be on the lookout for the morning show. The morning show has been really awesome, and we're enjoying discussing that. And we are also talking about Reasonable Doubt. There are Fine Man Lives coming. We're having our Try Not to Laugh binge this Saturday. And there should be some content coming you guys way pretty soon. So be on the lookout for all of those things, please.
Absolutely. And thank y'all for coming through and supporting with season one and coming through and watching and chatting with us will be fun. Keep your notifications on so you do know whenever we're going to come back and tackle any part of this or what we decide to pop out with. But thank you guys so much for being here. Have the most amazing night, and we will see y'all tomorrow.